He actually misses.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. We are going to talk about my 36th week of pregnancy today. If you can't tell, I've definitely got the pregnancy puff is what I call it. I feel like my lips and my nose have puffed up this week, and I'm going to tell you all about what has been going on as my body has been preparing for this baby to come soon. So I am going to just jump right into it. I'm going to start with my Q&A that I usually do, and then I have a ton of products today that I want to share with you. Today we actually went to town just so I could get out of the house. My husband's off work, and I was getting really bored. He's been watching a lot of football, so I begged him to take me into Baton Rouge, which is about 30 minutes away, and do some shopping today. I went to Bath & Body Works for their semi-annual sale, and Trader Joe's and Walgreens. So I'm going to share with you the things I picked up and just kind of share some faves with you. Some of them are pregnancy related and some of them are just beauty products that I love. So we're going to jump right into it, and first thing we'll start with is pregnancy weight gain. So I went to the doctor on Wednesday. It's now Sunday, and at that appointment I had gained 1 pound since my last visit, which is great because I was gaining 2 pounds a week. So I think things are starting to slow down for me, and I haven't been like craving a ton of food either, so I haven't been like overindulging like I was a couple weeks ago. So I'm still wearing maternity clothes, of course, and I feel like I'm just large and in charge right now. I don't really go a whole lot of places as far as like dressing up, so a lot of times I'm in like a big t-shirt and some shorts at the house, and a lot of times I'm wearing my husband's clothes. And I still don't have any stretch marks, and symptoms are, a lot of them are the same. I'm trying to make this video not too long, so I'm going to run through these things quicker than I usually do. Of course, I'm still peeing a lot, indigestion, hard to breathe, aches and pains, and drinking a lot of water to quench my thirst. I've been doing that my whole pregnancy, really. I always have my cup, as you know, and just drinking tons of water to help with any swelling that could come and make sure that baby is plenty hydrated. Still haven't had any leaking boobs since that one time a few weeks ago, but I have felt like my boobs have grown this week. I don't know if it's kind of going along with all the extra blood flow and the extra fluid that I'm kind of retaining right now. But I'm definitely feeling kind of just bigger all over, and puffier, and my boobs feel bigger. Everything just feels kind of swollen. Not super swollen. I mean, my feet aren't really swelling, and my rings are still on my finger. I've been having more bowel movements and less constipated. I feel like my body is kind of gearing up for labor. I have a lot of labor signs this week. Still feeling congested and snoring at night. 2 nights this week I just could not sleep at all. Having some insomnia along with some other painful symptoms that we'll get into in a second. I'm definitely feeling her low. I'm still having the lightning crotch, but I think I'm kind of getting used to it, honestly, and I just like feel her down there. And I'm hoping that that is a good thing and that things are progressing. But I definitely feel like lots of heaviness and maybe some round ligament pain even. and I'm still just kind of not really comfortable to bend over, but I don't think that's going to change from here on out. I just feel like this belly is just too much in the way, and bending just kind of like squishes her and makes her move in ways that is not comfortable for me. So this week I've had a lot of period like cramps. Those started last week, and this week they've gotten worse. And the other day, a couple days ago, I had them so bad that I thought I was going into labor. So things are definitely picking up and happening. And they aren't quite, I mean, my doctor said they're contractions, but they feel like really bad period cramps. And I have a lot of Braxton Hicks as well, so I can't really figure out how to time them. I did try to time them, and some of them were coming like 4 to 6 minutes apart, but they're very sporadic and they're not lasting long enough for it to be like real labor. But my body is definitely getting ready. And I'm okay with that, but I'm really hoping that this baby comes sooner than later, because this week has been really, really rough. The 2 nights that I didn't get any sleep, not only did I have like insomnia, but I also had a lot of contractions and a lot of discomfort. And it just feels like some nights when I lay down, my belly is just getting so tight and uncomfortable, and everything is just pulling, and I'm just not comfortable unless I'm sitting on my birthing ball, really. There have been times where I can lay down and get comfortable, but then a lot of times I feel like I'm just restless and my body is just not comfortable right now. Everything just kind of aches and I just feel like crap. And the day that I thought I was going into labor, I had a lot of just like nausea from the pain, I think, and just like a lot of discomfort. I got really, really irritated and grumpy and frustrated, and it kind of made me feel like, okay, I need to prep for natural labor, because I was not having it and I was not happy. So I'm going to really need my support team to keep me positive and upbeat during labor, because I was not happy. But it made me on the lookout. I feel like I'm kind of just now kind of waiting for this baby to decide to come and the real thing to happen. So that's exciting, but you know, I'm kind of getting impatient now because things are starting to pick up. It's like every night I go to bed and I'm like, okay, maybe my water will break tonight, or I'll have some more contractions, and who knows, like it's just been weird. Today I've had a pretty good day, but I do feel like she's gonna come soon. So anything making me sick? No, not really. I've definitely been a little bit more nauseous, kind of. I don't know if I would say like super nauseous, but I've definitely kind of felt like a few times that I almost wanted to like I had this kind of urge to puke, but I wasn't going to, obviously. It just like, I just kind of feel yucky. I don't know how to explain it really, but I just feel yucky. Like I almost feel like I'm about to get the flu or something, but I know I'm not. I think my body is just doing so much, and there's so many hormones and things happening, and that's kind of how my body reacts to pain too. I tend to get nauseous when I'm in pain, and I tend to just feel yucky like that. So I think a lot of this pain and discomfort that I'm having is just making me kind of irritable, and it's decreasing my appetite a lot. So yeah, so anything that I'm missing, the same stuff. I'm really missing like freedom in my body, and so excited to not be pregnant anymore. I'm so grateful for this pregnancy, but now I understand why people hate the end of pregnancy, because I personally feel like it's just so uncomfortable and frustrating, and you're just like on edge all the time, wondering like when you're going to go into labor. And like, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, I don't want to dismiss any pain and not go in soon enough, and then I don't want to go in too quick because I don't want to be sent home. So I'm just, you know, missing a lot right now. So moments this week. So I'll just tell you a little bit more about my doctor's appointment. So I gained 1 pound and my blood pressure was a lot lower this week than it was the week before. I was not happy with my blood pressure a couple weeks ago for my 35th week of pregnancy. It was a little bit elevated than I'm used to. Typically my blood pressure is pretty low to normal range, and so this time it was 100/68, which is more normal for me. The top number was a little lower for me, but it was a morning appointment, so I think that's a lot of the reason. She checked my cervix and we are still dilating, but we're still not a 1, so I hadn't really made a whole lot of progress from last week. So I was really disappointed to hear that all that pain and pressure and all of that I was feeling didn't really dilate me anymore. Maybe it thinned my cervix out, but maybe, I don't know. She didn't tell me anything about effacement. She just said that we're still not quite a 1 yet, but we're progressing, and the baby was really low. So I heard that first time moms efface faster than they dilate. So maybe I'm effacing and things are still progressing, but I'm really crossing my fingers that this Wednesday when I go to the doctor that there's some progress, because I've been so uncomfortable. Baby's heart rate was good. Her heart rate's usually around 145 to 150, 140 to 150, and it was 145. So that was good. And then yeah. Oh, and my cervix check this week was so much easier because I was prepared and didn't tense up and just breathed through it, and it was fine. So if you're nervous about your cervix being checked, don't worry. It's really not that bad. At least for my doctor, she is a very gentle and dainty woman. So maybe it has a lot to do with who's doing your cervix check, but I personally did not think it was that bad. So I'll just leave that there. So yeah, and she definitely confirmed that the period-like cramps and stuff that I've been having are contractions. So I'm not crazy. So movement has been great. Honestly, movement is a little bit more uncomfortable this week. I just feel like my belly has been getting so tight, and like she's like moving and everything, and I just feel like it's kind of uncomfortable. Like there's a big baby in there. So I just think that the further along you get, maybe the more uncomfortable those movements kind of get. But she is still moving plenty, so we're not having to worry about that. So just like a list of my labor signs would be the contractions I've been having, my hip pain that I've been having, lightening, like the lightning crotch and all of that, the fact that I'm dilating, tightening like the Braxton Hicks, and heaviness, and the visual drop in my belly. I've noticed it's just dropped even more, which it's been dropping since 32 weeks pregnant. So this belly is pretty much as low as it can get, I feel like. I already said my wedding rings are still on. Mood, I'm just like super pregnant and tired and frustrated and grumpy and happy and excited and nervous and everything. I can't even explain my mood. I just feel all over the place, out of breath. I'm looking forward to my doctor's appointment on Wednesday. I'm just crossing my fingers that we've made some progression. I just really don't want to be disappointed. I just really hope that we have, and maybe, I don't know. I'm going to ask her some more questions and see if she'll tell me if we've made any progress on effacement too. And then the nursery is done, so I'm super excited about recording the nursery tour this week. I'm going to try to get it up, so be looking for that. And I'm excited because my husband is still home and he won't go back to work until Wednesday. And then I'm also excited and looking forward to hopefully going into labor soon, just because I've been having so many symptoms for a couple weeks. I feel like it's going to be soon, so I'm getting my hopes up a bit. But I mean, either way, we still don't have much time left, so it'll be soon regardless. I'm just really hoping to go into spontaneous labor and not have to be induced. That's really my biggest wish. So I'm just super excited about that. So yeah, so that is everything for the pregnancy update. Now I'm going to share with you some things that I've been doing to prepare for labor. So I've been bouncing on my birthing ball this week, and it is really, really comforting for my hips and everything. It really helps to work any discomfort and aching out of the hip area. But I can also tell that it's really making baby girl stay head down and like lower. So that is really fun. It definitely is something that I do often. I try to get on the ball a few times a day for 30 minutes to an hour, but I'm not excessively on the ball. But I just bounce around and I try to stretch like side to side and try to roll my hips in circles in different directions and rock my hips back and forth. And it seems to be really helping. And the last 2 nights I have actually slept much better. So I think the ball has helped a lot with a lot of the discomfort that I've been having. So, and also this week I started drinking the pregnancy tea by Traditional Medicinals. It is a organic pregnancy tea, and it has the red raspberry leaf in it, and it has some other things. It has nettle leaf, red raspberry, spearmint, fennel, rosehip, alfalfa, and lemon verbena. And I personally think this has been making my cramping contractions stronger. I do find that the days that I drank this, those have been stronger and more painful, versus the days that I don't drink this. So just be aware that this is going to make your contractions stronger. I can't really prove that that's why mine were doing that. It could be anything. But I'm still drinking this. I just drink 1 cup a day for right now. A lot of people will drink several a day. But the important part is to make sure that you brew this for like 15 to 20 minutes to make sure it's strong, and work yourself up on your dosage. This is not to induce labor. This is just to enhance your contractions when you do have them and tone your uterus. Midwives swear by this stuff, so I picked it up and started drinking it just to give my uterus the workout that it needs and help it as much as possible, because I do plan on having a natural birth. And then I also picked up a 1,000 milligram evening primrose oil from Walgreens. I haven't been taking this orally. I've been taking it vaginally. So I put 2 capsules vaginally. I poke holes in it with a needle and insert these at night. And it's very moisturizing and very messy, so you might want to wear like a pad or a panty liner when you put this in, because it does kind of get everywhere. But my sister-in-law's midwife recommended it to her, and I've heard really good things about using it to help soften your cervix. So I've been doing that to hopefully help my cervix soften, and to help things stay moisturized so that hopefully we won't tear. So that's the main thing I'm doing with that. And then I also picked up some clary sage organic essential oils from Whole Foods this week. And this is a really strong oil. I will not use this until I'm in labor. This is so that I can diffuse it while I'm in labor to keep my contractions strong, and it's supposed to also help with the pain. But I just really like using essential oils as much as possible. So I picked up that clary sage for labor. So just make sure you do your research anytime you use essential oils. I am not a doctor or anybody that could recommend those. I just personally use them, and that's what I'm using them for. So some of the other things that I have, it looks like that's everything as far as like helping with my labor. But I did start pampering myself this week. I recorded a pamper routine, and sorry, I had to scratch my nose. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's really more funny than I intended it to be because being pregnant, it's just a struggle. But it was a very realistic pamper routine for me. So I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I was doing to kind of just take care of my body and relax and survive these last few weeks of pregnancy. So today I went to Trader Joe's and I picked up, I'm sorry, I have hiccups. Today I went to Trader Joe's and I picked up a couple things. So one of the things that I love getting at Trader Joe's is this rose water facial toner. And I use this to spray it on my face anytime I need some refreshing, or before I put my makeup on, or to even set my foundation if it's really thick and powdery. But it's just a really refreshing mist. It's really calming on the skin, and I have super sensitive skin, so I like to keep this rose water around because it's just so hydrating and refreshing. And this is my second time to buy it, and it's a really good price at Trader Joe's. I think it's like $4 with tax, like 3 something. But it's my favorite. So I'll probably end up packing this in my hospital bag so that if I'm in labor and I want some refreshment, maybe I can spray it on my face. But that's something that I use daily, more than once a day. And then I also picked up this facial sheet mask. If you watch my pamper routine, I did a sheet mask in that video, and the one that I used, I absolutely loved, and I went to Bath & Body Works today to go pick up more because I only have one left and they were sold out. So the face mask that I picked up today from Trader Joe's hopefully will compare. It's a rich hydrating face mask, so that's kind of something that I like because I do have sensitive skin. I have to be really careful with facial products, so I was surprised that the one from Bath & Body Works didn't irritate my skin, because usually Bath & Body Works stuff is like full of chemicals and just isn't going to work on me. So I did still get some other things from Bath & Body Works, so I'll share those in just a second. But I also, at Trader Joe's, I got this. These are some of my favorite things. This is just soft dried mangoes, and they're so good, but of course they're full of sugar, so I only get these every once in a while. But if you haven't tried dried mango for a snack, you should try it. So let's see, let's move on to what I got at Bath & Body Works. So at Bath & Body Works, I went and I didn't even know it, but they were actually having their semi-annual sale. So I picked up 2 of these hand washes for the bathroom. I love their foaming hand wash. Like I said, I can't use a lot of their body and face products because they are just full of chemicals, but I do love their foaming hand wash. They're just so scented and just amazing. I feel like these will be fun. So I got cranberry peach and the Maui mango Mai Tai with coconut oil. So those were $3, I think, each. And then I also picked up a wallflower for my room. And I got the sensual amber scent, and these wallflowers were $3, and the actual plug for it was $4.50. And then the last thing I got was just this eucalyptus spearmint hand sanitizing spray. I don't know. I know there's like controversy about hand sanitizers, but I really do like having it on hand. So no pun intended. So I will probably keep this in my purse because it's a little spray and it smells really good. So I have that. And then the last trip that I made today was to Walgreens because Trader Joe's didn't have the cleansing oil that I bought before. So I had to go to Walgreens and get cleansing oil, and I got the Burt's Bees brand cleansing oil. And I think I've used this one before. I really like Burt's Bees products. They're always great for my skin. They never irritate me. But I use that to break down my makeup and get my eye makeup off, and then I can wash my face with a face wash, and it gets my skin really, really clean, and it doesn't like strip it of hydration. Because I do have oily skin, but I do like having like dewy, moisturized, glowing skin at the same time. So just because you have oily skin doesn't mean that you shouldn't moisturize. So that's how I do it. And then I also picked up some foundation, and I have been using this Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless, and I am wearing the color Warm Nude, and the number is 128. I can only wear this color if I have a little bit of a spray tan. So I got that because I usually do tan my face. And then some products that I didn't actually buy today that I've been loving, that I've bought recently for my hair are these things. So I'm out of breath, you guys. So I've been trying to wash and fix my hair, make sure it's like nice and clean, just in case I do go into labor, because I want my hair to be like somewhat fixed through the whole process and not just look like a greasy, nasty mess, because I really like hate feeling gross. So I've been washing my hair and just like trying to like pamper myself and make myself feel good so that when I'm in labor I feel pretty and good. Not that I'm gonna really care that much. I know I'm a first time mom, and I'm sure this sounds so dumb to some people, but for me personally, like my mom's the same way, my sister's the same way. Like I just like to feel clean and moisturized and polished and pampered. And I just know that after labor, I'm gonna feel so gross from having a baby that I'm just trying to like take care of myself now so that after labor, I don't feel completely like not myself and gross. So I'm just like trying to make sure that I feel good about myself. So, and you know, it's always good to take care of your skin and everything anyway. So, so one of the things that I've been loving is this Whip It Up mousse. I think I've talked to you about it before. It's by Not Your Mother's. I picked it up in the travel section at Target, and it smells so good. It smells like cupcakes or something. I think it has like vanilla in it or something, but I've been using it all in my hair when it's damp, and then blow drying my hair with my round brush. So that's what I did this week, is I put that mousse in my hair, and then I blew my hair out with this round brush, and it just made my super fine hair like really like feel like thicker. And I don't know, I just feel like my hair feels and looks a lot better with this product. And I also love this I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it's a Hask brand, and I really like this brand. They have really good hair mask as well, and this is probably my favorite dry shampoo. I have gone back and forth between so many, and I always go back to this one, and this one smells so good, and it's such a big bottle, so it lasts me a long time, and it's free of sulfates and parabens, which is always a win for me, because I do still use a lot of non-holistic things, but I really do try in a lot of ways to kind of limit the toxins that I'm using. So anytime I can like and find a product that is not so harsh, then I get it. And then of course I've been using this Argan Moroccan oil by Organics. That's another brand that I really like that you can pick up at the drugstore. And I usually will dry my hair and style it, and then every night I brush my hair and I put a little bit of this in my hand, and I just like work it through the ends of my hair. And so far my hair has felt really, really hydrated and healthy, and I'm just going to continue to do those things to let it grow and be healthy, because my hair has been through so much, and I'm finally to a place where I feel like I can like go without wearing hair extensions to make my hair look good. So that's what I've been doing, and then that's pretty much it. So those are all the products that I wanted to share with you today. I just figured it'd be kind of fun to share some faves. Let me know if there's anything that you love to use. Leave a comment below and let me know if there's something you think I would like, or if you have any questions about any of the things that I shared with you today. And please pray for me that this baby comes soon, and let me know what your experience was when you went into labor. What were some of the signs? Because I mean, I just feel like I'm having a lot of signs, but it could still mean that she's going to be after her due date, so we don't know. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to do today is show you my belly bump, and I will leave the measurements on the screen. And yeah, so this is the baby. You can see that she is so low. Alrighty, you guys, so that is everything for today's video. Please subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Thanks.